The United States and Mexico have shared a border for more than 200 years, and members of the Mexican government hope that relationship can be preserved.
Our Carlos Flores sat down with Carolina's General Consul of Mexico to discuss the future of that relationship. Carlos.
Well, Nigel, Carol, according to the 2020 U.S. Census, North and South Carolina's Hispanic Latino community make up more than 20% of the total population. Now, Claudia Velasco with the Mexican consul says as the number continues to grow and that bond between the U.S. and Mexico has to stay strong.
And because I love Mexico, I'm here.
In a packed classroom in Clemson, the Carolinas Mexican General Consul Claudia Velasco shared the resources the consulate has, the importance of the connection between the U.S. and Mexico, and why leaders must continue to find common ground.
And it's very important for us to work to improve the trade, to improve the investment, and of course, to work together in several topics. Mexico is the first partnership with the U.S. in trade, and everybody is welcome, and we have a lot of opportunities because we are together.
But that relationship continues to change as problems at the border increase, with the Department of Homeland Security reporting more than 8,000 apprehensions on Monday alone.
That's one of the topics that both countries work every day. Because that not only Mexicans, that there are several nationalities that they are waiting at the border, and each case is special and depends on the U.S. government that they admit or no.
As many Republican presidential candidates reignite the talks for a border wall, I asked if a border wall is the solution.
That kind of issues, I think, doesn't help because the migration is an issue that so important for all the world. You can stop the migration. We can have several initiatives, several agreements to work together and to see how is the best place and how is the best way for the migrants that are coming to the U.S.
But she says regardless of the conversation, having the conversation at all can help lead to a solution.
Very good that the government, in the debates and in all the country, talk about the migrants, because I'm sure that they are going to have a good agreement of that.
Now, once student asked Velasco what we can do as average Americans to improve this international relationship, she says just taking the time to understand another's culture fully will go a long way. Nigel.